News is the first draft of history. It is immediate and takes place in real time. Legends take longer to develop and are sometimes based on myth.
Have you ever tried saying Bloody Mary 3 times in front of a mirror in a dark bathroom?
No, because then I would be dead.
No, I'm not dumb.
So what have you heard about this urban legend?
That if you say Bloody Mary 3 times in a dark bathroom, that she will come out of the mirror and kill me.
So do you believe that?
No,
Then why would you say that you'd be dead?
because I was kidding around.
Oh, okay. Well, some people take this very seriously. When I was a kid, I was terrified of this urban legend, and I would never in a million years say Bloody Mary 3 times in a dark bathroom. So
I did not know that.
that just goes to show that some people take urban legends very seriously.
Yes, I actually have.
What were the results?
I think I scared myself.
Okay, but no Bloody Mary showed up?
No, I don't believe so. I kind of ran out of the bathroom after I said it, so. Yeah.
Did you have any nightmares after that?
Yes, yeah, I did.
Do you still have nightmares?
No.
How long ago was this?
When I was like 9. So about 10 years ago.
Have you ever heard that you are not supposed to throw rice at weddings because it will make birds explode when they eat it?
I hate birds.
What? No! I don't want the birds to explode.
Do you believe that? Do you think that's real?
I mean, I guess that rice expands, but I don't think it would make the bird explode.
Well, apparently, when they eat a lot of it and they drink water, it expands so much that it makes them explode.
I can see
But
that.
that's not true. So, don't worry. It's okay.
Yay, no birds are dying.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I have heard that you are not supposed to throw rice at weddings because it will make birds choke to death.
Well, there's an urban legend that also says that if you throw rice at weddings, then when birds eat it, it will absorb a lot of water in their system and will cause them to explode.
That's gross.
Yeah, it's also inaccurate. So, some urban legends, actually, most urban legends, aren't exactly the most accurate because they get circulated around and they just become rumors. So, when you hear an urban legend, you should probably take that into consideration that it might not be based on facts.
Do people tell you in advance that this is an urban legend?
No, but if something sounds a little over the top or sounds like a scary story that you've heard a bunch of times, then it might be an urban legend. Have you ever heard of the missing day in the cosmos that is said to prove biblical reliability, as quoted from Joshua 10 and 2 Kings 20?
Yes, I have. I have heard of it from the Bible.
What have you heard?
Just that there is a missing day. And I believe in the Bible.
Well, this missing day was an unproved urban legend for many years, but recently NASA has followed that urban legend and managed to prove that the missing day does exist and correlates with the Bible, and they have scientific research behind that as well.
So it is truth, but it is not really an urban legend. Yeah.
So there's 366 days of the year?
Not exactly.
I don't know if I like this.
There's just one missing day in all of history.
So 364 days out of 1 year instead of 365.
Pretty much. Do you think that history would still be the same if urban legends didn't exist?
No.
No? Do you think they've had like a big impact on the way things have gone throughout history?
Yeah, because it can impact either frightening someone or making someone believe a certain thing or making someone have hope over certain things, but then there's the end of the world thing that just does not exist.
The end of the world.
I mean, it does exist, but like it happening every 7 years, 3 days, and 45 months, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. I think we figured that out by now.
Because we were supposed to die a long time ago.
We've been
Multiple
supposed to die.
times.
Do you think that history would still be relatively the same if urban legends did not exist?
There is a history show that I have watched that tells about just different Western people like Jesse James and others. And it tells the real story of what happened and the legend that was created. And so part of it is true and part of it is not. And so the answer to the question is that history is what really happened, and the legend is the stories that are told. That it's kind of like that game Telephone. The story by the end doesn't match up with the actual truth from the beginning.
So it becomes a rumor. It becomes circulated around so many times that it just isn't the truth anymore.
Right. There probably are elements from the beginning. If it's a historical event, there are probably elements of truth to it. But there are also fallacies that have come along the way.
I think,
Or is that not?
No, I think that's right. And I think that another good example of that is how Betsy Ross sewed the American flag. Because someone from the Founding Fathers actually did. One of the Founding Fathers came up with that whole design. He ended up believing in something else that didn't correlate with the Founding Fathers' beliefs, and so he did not get credit for that anymore because they didn't want him to be a part of their history. So they used Betsy Ross, using a woman's stereotype of sewing, to erase that part of history, to make it go with their beliefs, because that's what they wanted people to see. So that's kind of an example of how the truth can be twisted in history. Even if it's in a textbook, you can't necessarily believe it. Even if that's something that people tell you for years, it might not be true.
So after you asked us all the questions, why don't we ask you some of these questions as well? Have you ever heard of saying Bloody Mary 3 times in front of a mirror in a dark bathroom?
Yeah, I almost did it myself in elementary school, but I only got to 2 Bloody Marys because I was scared.
Yeah, I would be scared too. Have you ever heard that you're not supposed to throw rice at weddings because it'll make the birds explode if they eat too much of it?
Yeah, I think that sounds kind of ridiculous. I don't think that rice is going to expand enough, no matter how much water they have, no matter how much rice they have, to make a bird actually explode.
That is a good choice of thinking. Have you ever heard of the missing day in the cosmos that have been proven biblically correct?
Yeah. It was a reference to 2 Kings and James or something, and
Joshua 10 to
Yeah.
Kings 20.
Yeah, and basically it's a biblical, like, it's proof of something being biblically accurate.
Yeah. Did you know that NASA followed up with that information and that it has been proven actually factual?
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? There's a
I
missing
don't
day.
like that. I don't know if I like that. What happened during that day? Well, we'll never know.
I will never know.
The world
Yeah.
will never know. Do you think that history still would be relatively the same if urban legends didn't exist?
Nope. I think that urban legends have really shaped society and shaped the way that people view things, and I think that misconception of the way that events have occurred has changed history itself.
Probably drastically, yeah.
Yeah. It's like the media.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. Thank you for answering our questions.